There he is. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another session of Curse of Strahd. Our last session was succinct, but nonetheless, following a bout of intuition, following along the Luna River northbound towards where one of the attendants of the scenes at the kidnapping of Arbella of Clan Zaravan. You watched as the trail abruptly vanished. Following a hunch, brought you all before Lake Zarvich, where you beheld a still, glassy black lake. A lone fisherman cast some 300 feet offshore. That's about 100 meters for us metric folk. In nary anything else out of the ordinary. Leshy and Victor, with their inquisitive natures, took to the water and what lied beneath and realized that the bottoms of this body of water were infested with the remains of old bones from generations past. Realizing that you had been trespassing onto the lair of some unknown creature, did you detect the presence of something alien and elemental, assailed by a water weird, a elemental custodian that had begun to harass and harangue. You all watched as the far-off fisherman had cast offering into the lake, unbeknownst of what lied in its container. Panicked by the potential implications of what you were beholding, did you all spring into action, rushing towards the boats and trying to ply what was in the water and recover the sack in case it might have been the object of your immediate fascination? Treading into a lair unbeknownst to you all, did you realize that the creature that laired in this lake was none other than a drowned maiden, a creature to you all now known as a Rusalka, who did not seem outwardly malignant, but more so offensive. And though she had used charms as a means to compel offerings unto her domain, one that the fisherman by the name of Bluto Kuragov had been somewhat victimized of, somewhat just paying a toll so that his fishing might be more fortuitous. Did you all realize that, number one, you were not equipped to fight a spirit of the lake, and number two, you needn't fight a spirit of the lake? The creature, possessing an ancient intelligence, realized that all of you had come into this half-cocked and was willing to parley. After a brief discussion with the Rusalka, was she happy to inform you that she was aware of those who lingered near the river and the transpirings of the nearby bodies, that through some surveillance akin to the adjacency to her domain, was she broadly aware and was able to fill in some, but far from all, of the gaps of Arbel's disappearance. With new information considered, and lucky to have all of your lives, a compelling enchantment was cast over Yekaterina as a means to pay penance for your transgression against this monster in her lair. That an offering would need to be made of something sufficient, you feel, as an apology, an offering for your transgressions against the Rusalka. And there does not seem to be any such issue With this, it was consented to. As a spell was cast over you, Katerina, as long as you all fulfill this offering within 24 hours, all will be well. As it is oft said in the city of Vallaki. Coming to shore of Lake Zarovich, lucky to still have flesh on your body and minorly exhausted from your overexertion on the lake top, do we continue our story? Most of you are drenched and ragged. Friend is pulled from the bottom of the lake before he was just walking very slowly, unable to swim to its shore.
I'm so hurt.
But slowly does your rowboat and the crocodilian form of Leshy ferry anyone else the aquatic sea glide of a literal seal that harkens you all to shore. Do you all wash up in varying states of fatigue and injury, though thankful for your lives? And as we begin, is there anything anyone would immediately like to do or address?
Would it be possible to guess what the lady's religion was?
You get the idea. Katerina would know this, and if you would like, you are more than happy to relate it.
I think I made this check last time because
Yes.
we had a discussion about whether or not getting something from the church would work.
Correct.
Right.
As you recall
Yes.
from the recanting of the tale of La Dama Luvina, the Lady of the Lake in Vistani culture, they believed her to be a holy woman of the Morning Lord before her spirit was bound to the lake.
Sorry, I forgot that tidbit.
Other than that, Garrick's still knocked out. I remember you threw... She threw him onto the boat when he was knocked the hell out. That's about it.
I'm literally falling apart. So hurt. So close to death. Water bad.
I'm gonna take a scoop full of water and pour it over Garrick's face to wake him up very abruptly. And I'm looking at... We should have just gone to the city, and that's what we're going to do now. If you have to rest, that's fine, but I'm going to keep looking for my sister. Come on.
We have gathered more information. We're no longer blind.
Sure.
Just take a day, please. I didn't think I'd be so weak.
She turns around to look at you. Garrick? If you want to stay here and rest, patch your wounds, that's fine. I don't care. My sister is out there, alone, kidnapped by a strange man, and you're asking me to sit on my hands so you can lick your wounds.
I'm not saying we shouldn't go find her, but I'm saying we should not be almost at death's door when we do.
That's fine. You don't have to. I have said specifically you don't. But we're going to Vallaki. Get up.
I am. I need to rest in a bed. He's just gonna like rub his temples.
Very quick reminder for me, please, because my brain was broken last session. The Rusalka told us that the person was blonde. Did they give us any other information?
That he was blonde and
A
wore nice
shapeshifter.
clothes. And that he was able to shapeshift into a creature of the night that fucked off into the sky.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you.
And the guy that took the sister or whatever can change his face, right?
Yes. So as a full recap for the crime scene as you have come to understand it, there was originally Arabelle and her keeper for the time, which was a young Vistani man by the name of Alexei. Alexi's friend Jan, who is also another part of Clan Zaravan, showed up and plied Alexi with liquor and knocked his ass out. Like that truly got so shit-faced that he fell asleep in the woods. Jan then was with Arabelle and two other people. A blonde undead creature and a person who the only form of them that has been described was an old gentleman, but he was capable of changing his face.
Yeah.
Something happened in a exchange between these three people plus Arabelle, and the undead blonde man was injured and fled, and the Vistani Jan was slain and decapitated, so his body could not be consulted. The face changing man who took Arabella was very proficient at covering his tracks, changed his face so that nobody could detect him, and carried Arabella so she did not leave tracks, and waded into the river so he could not be recounted wherever he would reemerge.
Did she tell us what he changed his face into, or was she not able to see?
She was not able to see.
Okay.
One other question I had, which I thought of like between time. Would I know the floral scent that I picked up as the bear from anybody we've met so far?
Go ahead and give me a history check, DC 17.
Take
Crazy.
guidance. Get a 1d4.
Fuck. Thank you. It doesn't matter. It's okay.
In the end, it doesn't even matter.
You sit there and contemplate a floral scent. Perfumes for this sort of time and area are rare, typically only afforded by people with money. And you've encountered handfuls of wealthy folk since you have been reawakened. And while each of them seem to have relative different scents, I think as you sort of move and catalog, you realize now that you have organic olfactory organs, you're now just like, everything smells a little different. You're not especially when you're in the shape of a bear, you don't know if like the sensitivities between these shapes are congruent enough with especially your recollections between when you were flesh and when you were machine. So it's hard to draw any parallels. But you sit there, and as you're pontificating, Victor and Dacil hobble onto the shore. You watch as Victor puts up a ritual circle and begins to transmute our beautiful flubby friend back into Wisp the cat.
Nice.
Oh.
But anything else before we return to the city?
No, I think that's it, yeah.
Yep.
Unless I see... I think I still have... Do I still have Divine Sense up from the end of the battle? Or no? Would that be too late?
I'll say it's flickering on the very end, so it's getting ready to expire. Is there anything you're looking for?
I mean, I guess I'll look just... They said they were at the shore, right? When she saw them.
Mm-hmm.
I guess if there's any lingering mark of them here, and if it's familiar to anything we've seen so far.
I'll say that at this area, there's no further clue to examine, or like that's, you guys have gathered every piece possible, you think, from this nearby scene without tapping into the into the breadth of divination magic.
Yeah.
Garrett got knocked the fuck out, right? Like
He has just been reawakened. He's up now.
I shall give a... Why can't I increase? Oh, I started with no spell slots level 2 accidentally instead of full. Okay, there we go.
Row.
Pretty sure I never used any... Yeah, I never used any level 2 spell slots. They're all Very different. I can't class Cure Wounds. I don't have a spell focus.
No, you do not. I'll give you the first ones because we'll consider that the heat of the moment.
We'll look for a branch on the way back.
Nah, don't worry, I got you.
I'll say that it's a kind of a joint effort. You look for. Is there a type of tree? Do you think that Leshy has affinity with or preference? Something like a strong and sturdy evergreen, or something sort of uneery and familiar, like a birch or anything?
You know, I don't know much about trees, so you asked me a very difficult question.
Would you just like to take like a utilitarian approach, like I just need something that's good enough for now?
Yeah, he'll just look for a suitable piece of wood.
Okay.
That is not like damp.
Yeah. I think it's kind of not possible to find one that's not damp here, especially because the weather. But you have Druidcraft. You can just expunge the moisture from a branch as you pick it up and just exhume it as such, as you hand Garrick a dry branch that he may whittle later on into a proper focus. All of you head southbound from the lake, following Lake Road, until you meet the Zarvich Gate at the north end of Vallaki. They process you all once again, and there's a minor hiccup as they halt Leshy and his ilk. And you guys go much through the strained and strenuous, irritating process of abnormal approval, though ultimately the same conditions are met, as it is said that until you are able to get processed formally, that you are here under the protections and accountability of Ekaterina before you are permitted to enter. As you once again find yourselves within the safety and confined walls of Vallaki, what are we doing?
Back to the inn.
Regardless of what anyone else does, Ekaterina is going to speak to wherever like the main guard post is that has the records of people comings and goings.
Sure. You're going to be going to the Reformation Center then, because that is where the barracks and all of that is being held.
My favorite place in Vallaki.
The Reformation Center. Is anyone going with Ekaterina to the Reformation Center?
I guess I'll go with her. We're just gonna.
I think
you guys can nap. I just want to say, like, there's no obligation for everyone to go. I don't want you guys to think that I'm forcing you to not get a long rest meta-wise. If you would like to
Leshy
stay,
feels
or
great.
if you would like to go.
Ride or die.
Leshy did just wake up, so.
Ride or die.
Yeah, I'm not only half dying, I also do need to go get a horse. So, and I literally will be absolutely no help because I have no abilities left and no social skills whatsoever. So I have so much fun.
So we're going to be dismissing friend. I assume Garrick is going to go try to get a rest as well. Anyone else? Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Garrick's gonna.
Go ahead.
Sorry. Garrick's gonna.
I'm trying to prompt you. Go ahead. Fuck!
Get out of my way! Anyway, Garrick's gonna look at Ekaterina. You done? Alright. So Garrick's gonna look at Ekaterina and gonna say, listen, I'm going to go back to the inn for a rest. I will try to make it as short as possible. If you need me, please come and get me. I worry for your sister, but some of us do not have the strength from this morning to fight alongside you as well as we could. We just need some time, please.
Garrick, I've already said, go rest. It's fine.
Okay.
I thought we were going to be fighting anyways.
Understood. I will see you soon.
What's the worst that could happen? I look directly at the camera.
Why are you looking at that camera?
Who are you looking at? What are you doing?
Do cameras
That's
even
amazing.
exist in Barovia?
Absolutely not. You look at they're staring at like the fourth wall in like in a square room.
It's like The Office.
But yeah,
This is about to be Katerina's very big, very bad day.
things are not looking bright. With that, Kane, what are you up to?
I think Kane is going to join Yekaterina. He's doing fairly well currently if another battle does occur, which hopefully it won't.
God
But-
willing.
Yeah, but he is also thinking that there is probably going to be a lot of records to go through, so maybe having an extra hand will be helpful.
Sure. You got it. Then, with that, finally, Victor, do you have a preference on where you'd like to attend? Or do separately if you don't want to do with either party?
Who is all going home? Is it just Garrick, or is it Garrick?
Friend and Garrick are going to the Blue Water Inn to try to rest and do some minor like upkeep errands. And the other three are heading to the Reformation Center to ply the steward for records.
I will go with Ekaterina, but I'll leave Wisp with the two by the house in case.
You got it. Wisp, like a little kitty cat, scampers up Garrick and makes him wear her like a scarf as she sort of flops over onto his shoulders. And the four of you begin making way towards the Reformation Center. You all approach what is a very large building, not the largest building in Vallaki. That honor goes to St. Andrew's Church. But at a close second, you see a very large L-shaped building that has a sort of grandiose courthouse appearance in the initial sort of jutting edifice of the structure. At the curve of the building in the corner, you see a tall overlook alarm turret that seems to host vantage over much of the city that has a large alarm bell at its center. You see that the windows on the latter end of the wing of this structure have barred windows like that of a jail cell in many a place. And you realize that this place serves likely multiple functions. The guard presence here is ample. As you approach, you can see that there is these hedges that surround sort of wrought iron spiked fences that encase its perimeter. And there, stationed at every entrance, is a minimum of 2 men-at-arms. As you approach the imperious front of it, you watch as 2 guards sort of step forward and say, "All right, what's your business?"
I'm looking for records of people who have come into the city, perhaps with a little girl. She would have been Vistani. She would have had to be registered.
They crook their head and say, "Sure, we can bet you a clerk. Right this way. We'll get you to the administration." They croak open the door and afford you all inward. As the front of this courthouse section is opened up to you all, you actually realize a sentencing is in progress. There is an active sort of small jury of only like 2-3 people sitting, and one man in irons is up at a lectern near the front, and on a raised dais, adjudicating over this session, you all see a sorry, you all see a man sunken into what is a wonderful, lavish little chair with two very regal pillows flanking the sides of his feet. Each one of them with these black hounds near his heel. These dogs, these mastiffs, look to be the same breed and make as Rook, and their collars are spiked and studded. And the man that sits between them, looking over this session, has this regal embroidered coat with silver clasps that have a long silver chain that connects the ends of a jacket that he is not wearing. He has a ceremonial, ornamental veteran's breastplate that seems to be folded improperly over what is otherwise perhaps a rotund gut. And a long, beautiful red dress with gold embroidery drapes down until it ends into black leather boots. As Ekaterina, for the first time do your allies now all behold with you the Baron Vargas Volakovich. You make yourself small and quiet as you skirt the perimeter of the courtroom. You hear a clerk shuffling through some papers as this ragged man in sullied clothes listens to others talk on his behalf. And you can hear, "Well, I do suppose that this is far from extreme, Mr. Udovich, especially considering your prior accounts of malicious unhappiness. Do we find ourselves at somewhat of an impasse? Your continued contempt, not only for this great city of Vallaki, but for the prosperity of its people, is proven to be a continued issue. Now, in my grace and benevolence, I have no issue affording leniency where it is earned. However, you, Mr. Udovich, are far from deserving of such levity. It is for this reason that I find you guilty on all presented accounts. However, I will not be having you rot in some dungeon, as I believe that your skills as a cobbler might still serve this great city kindly. Your punishment, as it will be meted out, shall be a week's duration of reformation. And God willing, when they are done shaping you into a prim and proper citizen of this city, will you become functional once again." And through a shaky, broken voice that replies to the lectern, you just hear, "Thank you, sir, for His Eminence's mercy." Off to a great start, Mr. Udovich. And he sort of waves a hand and says, "To the cells while he awaits processing." And you watch as several guards pick him up by the arms and begin to drag him deeper into the courthouse wing. The guard who is escorting you all clings you to the side and does not interrupt the procession that occurs here. But as you all begin to careen into the side administrative office, does the Baron make eye contact with you momentarily, Ekaterina, as he gives you a small little two-finger salute wave and that big toothy smile as he looks over you and the small procession of the quote-unquote aberrants you and him had briefly spoken of. But he does nothing to interrupt your passage as you wind your way into the administrative office.
I think Ekaterina makes a point to meet his smile with a very cheery one of her own. Not getting arrested today.
He seems well receptive to your smile, and it is one that you feel strained against the muscles in your cheeks given the circumstances of the day. But as you all funnel into this admin wing, you find yourselves in a very long rectangular room. There is a bench that divides this room almost in half, and at the far end of the room you guys see one large jail cell that only has one woman in it at the time being, and you understand that this is either something like a drunk tank or something where they just like keep people in processing. Like this is a place where people who are very low priority, like very like, yeah, you were kind of a minge out in public and now we got to keep you under somebody's watch while everything else happens. And almost to affirm this, you can hear this rather hardier, let's say, a woman loudly snoring, laying in the jail cell at the end. As a clerk comes back in from the courtroom, sort of wipes his brow as he sort of takes a seat down and says, hello, I was requested my presence here. How can I be of assistance?
Hi, my name is Ekaterina. I'm looking for records of people who have coming and goings from the cities with a small girl. She would have been Vistani. There should be registration for her, I would imagine.
Oh, yes. If there is single-digit rates of exemption for Vistani, how recently would they have entered? Actually, I'll just give you a moment, please. He walks over to a crate in the corner and starts sifting through some ledgers before he pulls one out that just says Book of Exemption. He pulls up to one of the passages. And again, it's like a quarter of a page that's been filled out because of how few exemptions there are for the Vistani. And he reads out all names that are familiar to you, names that you haven't heard in a while, like Halik. And the list ends with the most recent exemption being your name.
Instead, the guy who took her could change his face.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's not helpful. What about anyone who's coming with children at all?
Well, let us see here. You see the clerk wind through a ward, and the clerk is going to make a little bit of a check for their profession. They are going to roll a d20 plus 2. They sift through the ledgers, and as they sort of pull through, and you hear him sort of set open a book and flip open, and I think you're here for like 20 minutes in awkward, absolute silence. All of you just have nothing to do except to walk back and forth in this long rectangular room and just wait in stagnant quiet. You hear a new court procession happening in the room over as someone else is being judged and sentenced. And while all that is going on, the clerk eventually breaks this long, pregnant silence with, there are records of new admittances, though it's not an overabundant occurrence. The last presentation of somebody who has come in here with a child was 6 months ago. Vera and Kalen, but they're not in the city. They're farmers. They have the permit to come and go and trade. But that again was 6 months ago.
No one recently. What about the? No, because he wouldn't. Fuck. What day was she taken?
She was taken 2 days ago. The day right before her name day.
Can I just see the entirety of your records for 2 days ago for the comings and goings?
2 days ago, he looks over the record and says, "I'm afraid I cannot give you the book, but the..."
Can you hold the book in front of me while I look at it?
He sort of smacks his gums and says, "Listen, lady, there's procedure here. I don't need you telling me how to do my job. I don't tell you how to dance. Okay?"
I pull a
You'll
gold
have
out of
to-
my bag.
Here's
Can you
the
hold
book.
the book? Oh, thank you.
Oh, even my
He broke easily.
Fucking incredible. Toss that over to him. Let me get rid of that from my inventory.
Gold greases all wheels. As he slides over the book. You look over a page of comings and goings. Unfortunately, a lot of these names you don't recognize. A lot of them seem to be like farmers, because at the end of the week is like the day right after the market day, where a lot of people come to sell their goods from the outside sort of farm plots. But looking over, because this is like the day after, so the overwhelming majority of these are like people exiting the city. On the ledger, while there is like a couple dozen names that are written for entries, the only ones that you recognize of all of them are there are Yevgeny and Soldov, which you know these people come and go every single day. They're hunters. You see the man you just met, Bluto Kogorov. He likely comes and goes he's a fishmonger, so of course he would. You recognize Rictavio, the bard. He said that he arrived here somewhat recently, but it says that he came and left alone. So you're doesn't seem to be implying that he's with anyone. There's no one who appears to be coming with others except for Yevgeny and Soldov, and they have each other.
They might have seen something, though. They're always out and about. They're always hanging around. That's concerning, however. Shoot.
Could I be peering over Ekaterina's shoulder for this?
Sure.
Okay.
See any
The
reason why
guy
not.
Octavio has those carriages. They probably don't look inside them because he has those beasts. Maybe we could check on him.
I mean, Oh. I don't know what the fuck it... circus elf would want with my sister, but that's actually not a bad idea. We should go.
Okay.
Thank you for your dedicated service to the city of Alaki.
No problem. Thank you for your continued patronage and appreciation for people of the bookkeeping professions. He sort of reaches over and plucks that book back from you.
Let's head over to the
Blue Water Inn?
No, we're gonna go look at the carriages.
Oh, if you're looking for Rictavio, he'd be at the Blue Water Inn. If you want to break, okay.
We're looking for his carriage, his thing.
Okay. Yeah. You guys begin to head southeastward towards the Arasek stockyard. As you go over there, we cut to the Blue Water regardless, where Garrick and friend arrive. It's becoming the evening. You can see that there's a small uptick in patrons that seem to litter about the bar as you enter. You are mirthfully received by the proprietors Danica and Erwin. Erwin sort of sees you both in horrible shape, and you watch as he immediately rushes forward and says, Whoa, you look fucking thrashed. Are you alright?
We've had a terrible day. And we need to rest.
Yeah, no doubt. Here, let me help you guys to your room. Do you need anything?
A steak? I am starving right now.
Sure, on the house. Yeah. Yeah, let me get you all to your room.
Alright. Yeah, Garrick's gonna just make it go straight toward his room.
You got it. Friend, I think one of your stitchings are beginning to come undone a little bit, and your arm is sloughing off a couple dozen centimeters off of the joint.
I look like a dead person. even more so than usual.
I think a couple of the patrons are visually upset or disturbed as you enter, and like you watch a couple people like reach for like their cutlery, like almost offensively.
Is there anywhere I don't have anything? I do not have proficiency with anything that would be considered like, what is it like surgeon's tools or maybe like a sewing kit? Is there any way I can fix him up with maybe tinker tools proficiency?
Yeah, you're looking him over. You don't even have Tinker's tools. So
I mean,
were
like
that possible?
proficiency at least. I got.
You could certainly try, but I'll say that like as you're like looking over him and be like, "Ooh, he's in rough shape." Erwin does speak up and says, "I used to be a bit of a scrapper in my youth. My wife's patched me up more than a few times. We have a kit here. If you need someone to see to you, friend, is there something you like, boy?"
Yes, please. Somebody give him a hand.
Yeah. Come on, let's get you up. He escorts you guys to the outside stairwell and heads up as you guys are set into your rooms. Says, I'm gonna go down, get you all some water to wash your wounds in a pail, some water for you to drink, a small chalice of wine, and a steak on the house. Anything for you, friend?
I'm good.
Okay.
Just no fire, please.
Of course.
That's fine.
And
no water. Actually, water is also bad.
hydration is very important, but we'll get to that later.
He's had a bad experience in water right now.
I can tell you guys smell like a pond. Either way. He leaves, and a couple minutes later, there's a small knock on your door. Danica slowly pushes her way through and makes her way over. And she sits down beside you, friend, with a small little leather clasped bag and says, "You do look like you were dealt some serious injury, but you seem to be more than sturdy, whatever you are." She clicks open the bag and takes out a spool of thread and a silver needle. And she begins to slowly begin stitching you back up. As she weaves it through your flesh and she realizes that you don't even wince or flinch every single time, she stops like dipping the tip of her needle in alcohol because she realizes that you're not reacting to it one way or another. And she says, "Tell me, friend, you seem to have a young whimsy about you. How old are you?"
Which friend knows?
Maybe not precisely.
I was gonna say how high of an intelligence you need to have to know numbers.
Yeah, it's more like of an issue of you don't know how to quantify time very well.
Yeah. I think Frank kind of looks off and distant. And just kind of looks and at her and just goes, "Sometime. Not a lot. Not a long time, but not a short time."
Not a long time, not a short time. And she squeezes a thread and you watch as your arm comes back more into socket and says, "It goes without saying that I do not believe anyone has seen something like you.
I am the only one, so.
And do you have parents?"
I think there is just a slump in Fred's shoulders. And he kind of just looks kind of into the distance, goes, "I have a father. He is waiting for me.
Oh, father,
I need to go back home."
A father is better than being alone. Where's home?
Yes. The Abbey
Oh,
of Saint Markovia.
well, you are some miles away from home. Though I am sure when business is wrapped up for you here, you might find your way back to your father.
Yes,
But no mother?
or I think Friend is truly stumped by that question for a second. Being like, I guess there is no, how does, and he just kind of looks at her and just shakes his head. No.
A terrible thing.
Yes. Maybe I do have a mother. I need to ask father about that.
She offers a social chuckle, but she looks to Garrick with a very profound sort of hate and sadness as she goes, as she sort of has this sort of like yeesh, kind of upset expression.
Garrett gives about the same look. He's like, we would love to get him home as soon as possible, but
Yes.
things keep coming in between us, and then
I can imagine. Nothing is ever simple in these lands. And he doesn't know safe
and
travel.
I sent a letter, so he might come and get me.
If a letter has been sent,
Actually, I gave a letter to her husband, so I'm sure she knows. It was her husband I gave the letter to, right? To send.
we sent it off earlier today with the hunters Yevgeny and Solda.
Good. So now we
But-
wait.
Now we wait. I'm sure he'll get back to you.
I'm sure too.
But time passes, and she finishes weaving the stitches, and making sure that all of your bindings are taut and cleaned, before she gets up and clamps her medicine kit shut, and says, "Let me or Orwin know if there's anything else we can do for you two, okay?"
thank you, ma'am.
She smiles
We will-
and heads off.
We will repay your kindness soon. I promise.
Once you two have moments for yourselves, is there anything you like to do?
I got a couple things. First, I guess I'm going to work on that quarterstaff for Leshy.
Okay. Easy. That takes just shy of an hour.
Okay. And I would like to see if we can inscribe a elvish rune on it.
Sure. What rune are you looking at?
So the rune I'm looking at is the Piper rune in the elvish section. It is an uncommon one, but it can be put onto any handheld wooden object that is no more than 6 feet, which a quarterstaff counts for.
Okay. An uncommon rune will take some more time than what you have currently to scribe. You look over it and let me quickly see. Typically, rune scribing is more than just the characterization. It's also the usage of gems and the like to be used in dusting to sort of fill out the grooves of the carving. Which rune did you say you were doing again?
The Piper rune.
Piper rune.
About
Very fun.
Yeah.
This one is not that complicated. You imagine that you would only need about 12 hours of working time. That's 1.5 working days. And because you're an elf and you sleep only 4 hours with your reverie, your trance, that means pretty much just one for you. And it would only require about 75 gold worth of gem dustings in order to make that inscription.
Okay. Well, right now I don't have any money. forgot I gave it all to who did we give it to? We gave it to the
Give it
Yeah, Katarina, I think. Yeah.
Katarina's been acting as your purser.
No, not even that. I had 10 on me, which we gave to the what is it? The general, not the general, the city guard. What is his name?
I think you gave it to the Lord Commander for damages
Commander.
rendered, and said
Yep.
that you can get it back if you dedicated some time to doing community service to make
Yep.
up for Friends Rampage.
So for now, I'm just going to, I guess, inscribe the rune, but not like empower it yet. For
Sure.
the time being.
Yeah.
And for the rest of the time, I'm going to put myself in a trance because I need to be battle ready as soon as possible. And a trance is close. I can't sleep because that's 8 hours. So I'm going to do a trance, which is half that at the very least. For the
You got
time remaining.
Yeah. I was gonna say I want a long rest as well, but I mean I don't sleep anyway, so I'm gonna spend my 8 hours of light activity trying to ponder how you make money. Because
You and me
everybody,
both.
I understand this. Listen, everybody's got their own goals right now. I've got my
Absolutely. You know what, friend? Because I think this is very
Yeah.
funny. I want you to make me a raw intelligence check. I'm going to give you a modifier of a +1. I know you normally have a -2, but go ahead and give
Nice.
yourself a +1 because of your recent fixation on taxes.
Yeah. Incredible. How do I do just a straight intelligence check?
You just click the ability score at the top of your character sheet.
Oh, there you go. And I got a +1 situation, so it's still a -1.
Yeah, so it's still a -1.
Cool. Incredible. Would you say this is within the hour of the fight, so I'd have to still have my bardic inspiration?
Yeah, sure. I'll allow for that.
Yeah, I'll do my bardic inspiration in this. I think this is extremely
Remembering
important.
Katarina's inspiring words, do you sit there?
Oh,
Incredible. That's that's actually perfect.
You think that you're going to need to build something that everyone's going to want, and you sit there, and I think, what do you think that everybody in this town wants?
Well, obviously it's got to be a horse. But that
Okay.
pronounces its own conundrum. How can I build a horse if I don't have my own?
Yeah, you need
That's
to
the
build
whole
a
point
horse.
of getting the money.
you know what? Take a dead horse. Basically, we're gonna friend our own horse. We're gonna
You
make a-
enter this
Yeah.
existential sort of like, I need a horse to make money, but I need money to make a horse. How do I do this? Very, very much so. Like, you need job experience to get a job, but you need a job to get job
Yeah.
experience. You enter that loop.
Yeah, I just collapsed to the ground.
My poor boy.
Are you good? Garrick looks
This is
down at him.
impossible. How I can't make money without a horse, but I can't get a horse without the money.
What do you need a horse to make money for? What?
Because to make money, you need what other people want. And people want horses.
Garrick is just
But I
looking
don't
at
have
you
a horse.
befuddled. Like, where did the logic of you need a horse to make that everybody needs a horse? What?
Do you not want a horse?
A horse is good for travel, but what?
Exactly. So you want a horse.
Garrick,
And you-
I need you, Katarina. She understands Fred a little bit better. What? I mean,
This is
we already
For
have a
our
horse
system.
at the with our bardo. What else do we need a horse for?
to make money.
How?
You don't understand.
Yeah, I'm not understanding your logic. I mean, would you like to build up a horse? We could get some wood and make sell
Yes.
some models or something. Is that what you're looking for?
Yes, if we build a horse, then I can make money to buy my own wooden horse.
Are you trying to buy that toy horse we saw at the toy shop?
Yes. Have you not been listening to me?
Friend, I will just make you a toy horse.
It's not the same.
We have a
You're
toy
not-
horse at home.
You're not a toy maker.
But it's simple carpentry. It shouldn't take me long to make something similar.
Okay, but it's not fair. You get to buy things if you want them.
So you just you want the feeling of purchasing something on your own.
That and the only thing I want is to go home, and that is not happening. And the only other thing I want is this horse.
Okay, how about this? We make some little toys we can sell. We make some money, and then we go buy your toy
Yes.
horse. I will help you.
That is what I've said from the beginning.
I understand now. I understand. I get what you're saying now. All right. So let's go out. Let's grab some wood, and let's start making something.
Yes, but the toys have to be horses.
Okay. We will make
People
toy
want
horses.
horses.
Understood. Let's go get some wood. Go get some wood, buddy.
I want to go home. This is hard.
We'll get you home. Don't worry. You'll be
I am delighted by this. As you guys begin to exit your rooms, interrupting your rest so you can go scavenge enough wood to start making some horses. Do your allies return, or do your allies arrive at the threshold of the R6 stockyard? It's cresting in late. Gunther sort of goes out to meet you and says, "Oh, you're coming about with the big warehouse? Looking at you then."
Yeah,
Alright.
for sure. What?
No.
Go ahead.
You're pulling out, or you're going in for them?
We're going to head in and take a look at some of the carriages.
Well,
No.
actually,
No,
have any
no,
of
no.
these carriages arrived in the past 2 days?
That
Only other for one for the elf boy.
no, I got that one. He said elf boy. Points. Very excited.
No. Oh, you get a big idea in your head. No, he's stockyard. It's supposed to be something of a attraction place for all my clientele. Can't be going around poking your nose in the place that don't belong.
I pull out a gold coin.
He sort of looks and he takes the gold coin, but he's still looking at you expectantly.
We're not okay. I understand the concern. I'm just going to be completely honest with you. My sister is missing. I'm looking for her. I have no intent to take anything from these people. They're not even going to know we were there. But I just need to see if she's in one of those.
Go ahead and make me a persuasion check.
Okay. I'm so good at those. They're my favorite. Da-da-da-da.
yeah.
You profess in earnest to Gunther, and Gunther sort of rolls the coin between his fingers and he says, "No, I'm not gonna get my eyes on with you. Actually, there's no funny business."
Understood.
And he sort of sharply farmer whistles to a point where it like scratches your ears a little bit up to the little watchtower. You watch as his hired security climbs down and undoes the stockyard sort of gate as it opens up to you all. We are going to reactivate a map here in case this does escalate.
No.
Don't worry about that. There's nothing here that would encourage something like that to happen.
Are you
Why do you
sure
scare
about
these
that?
people?
I can't help but
What the-
but
Who the fuck is that?
What?
Oh my god.
Oh, Leshy's dead
Get
body!
that guy outta here.
Ew.
get him out of here. Get him out of here. Who is that guy? Who is that guy?
Also, I'm not here. I'm a dog.
You are that dog.
I'm in front of
That dog. Also, Leshy needs to untransform 1 second because I still have Leshy Crocodile in the actor sheet. So give me 2 seconds. We're gonna untransform.
I did untransform at the end of the last session, but I still have the crocodile in my
Oh, let's just do a
Mm,
manual
yeah.
We're just
purge of that
walking
thing.
around Balaki with a giant crocodile.
Yeah.
Through your crocodile alligator, I drive a Chevrolet movie theater.
I'm reading books.
Am I still allowed to move to
Yep.
like watch everything?
Yeah, you're still allowed to move around. You're just not going to be present. As Gunther sort of takes some steps forward and says, "Oh, morning."
I have to be right back. I'm so sorry. This is the worst time for this. I have a thing.
Oh, that's right. Fuck. Very importantly, she actually has been trying to get this fucking medical sort of appointment call for like ever, and that's happening right now. So we're gonna put a brief in this scene. I'm so sorry. While we wait for that, I guess we'll go back to Friend and Garrick. The two of you chuckle fucks are gathering wood.
Yeah. All right. So,
Okay, so if you guys want to gather wood, you have to leave the city and go lumbering.
Great.
there isn't
in
like
which
some
case-
firewood we could try to take from Big at the inn. Like, hey, do you have any spare firewood you could lend us? It should work.
They look at you, and Erwin
That's
says,
fair.
"I have a shed with some 2x4s in case of repairs, but it's not inexpensive to get processed wood."
Yeah, just I'd like to stay in my room and rest, I guess. If you just don't have cash on us, and the one who does have the money start with us right now.
Tell you what, how much do you need?
Give us about 4 2x4s. That should be
Alright.
just enough for the tonight.
I can get you enough for that. That is going to put a gold piece on your tab.
That's fine. She'll Ekaterina will handle it when she.
Yes, Ekaterina will pay.
Mom will pay for this.
All right. He gets you a couple of planks of wood, and you, on the property of the Blue Water, begin to fashion some fucking ponies.
Yes.
I want them
As
like,
you-
like little like handheld toys you could give to children, or you could like put on like a fireplace.
Okay. Yeah. You start to use your carpenter's tools, and you're going to
Can
make a
I,
bunch of little wooden toys.
Can I give Garrick a disadvantage because I'm also helping, but I have no clue how to do this.
Oh, of course.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes.
I will absolutely allow you to give an anti-help to Garrick as you insist on helping him.
All right.
Garrick,
All
would you
right.
kindly make me a carpentry tool with your ability score of choice,
Yeah.
and make some little horses? We'll see how they turn out.
I'm gonna keep that on strength because that's about my best chance. What are we looking at? 13.
Okay, not terrible. I think you you take a piece of char and start drawing the outlines before beginning to sort of saw through, going with the grain, to sort of form the broad shapes of the horses. As you start like making the curves that need to be sort of sawed into dips, you realize that like you look over, and rather than using like precision slicing of the shape of the horse's head, you watch as Friend reaches forward towards one of the sort of crescent bends and fully just bites the wood and rips it out with his fucking teeth. To his credit, it makes the curve. It's just the curve is made with bite marks.
Incredible.
We
Hey,
have-
homemade, you know?
We have
Because
tools,
we do numbers on Etsy.
friends.
Okay?
We have to. Are you okay?
I'm fine. Are you okay?
Garrick is just staring at friend befuddled. Like, this man is serious.
Yes. I continue to take bites out of the horses.
At the end of, I'll say, about an hour, do you have 6 little horses made and assembled? They're not painted or anything yet because that's like a different sword, but they're all like competent little rocking horse toys. Or without the rocking, that's up to you. But you have 6. A little shoddy, but they're certainly. You feel like what you've made is worth more than the materials, which is in itself a victory.
Yeah.
What now?
Well, I would say we'd go around and sell these, but I feel like Yekaterina is a better salesman than the either of us combined. We might want to.
Busy.
Yeah. Do you want to just try and street sell this? I don't know how well we'll do.
I can try.
You can try.
Yes.
Hang on, real quick, Twilight. What's your charisma at?
Yeah. Hey, I've got like the 3rd highest charisma in the party, okay?
Yeah, I think you've been around friend enough to know that like there is a certain
People love
number
me.
one, there's a charm from the mismatch of physicality and mentality, and there's also like a presence that come with like if somebody tells you to buy something and it looks like they could unfucking make you, you're probably like through inadvertent intimidation might be fucking racketeer.
Find my horse or I'll beat you down. You know what? Like...
And also, Friend saw somebody who was collecting money. So Friend is going to go around asking people for their taxes and instead of giving them a horse in return.
I don't think that's... Friend, I don't think... You know what? I would love to see this happen. You know what? Let's go to the street. I let you take charge. And let's see how many of these horses we can sell.
Taxes are for the greater good. Taxes are for the greater good. Horses are the greater good.
Gary is patting him on the back. Yup, buddy. Let's go. Let's go sell some horses. We're gonna go to the main plaza where everybody and try to peddle some horses.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
You guys. At the late hour of 5:42, go to Market Square and are going to try to sell toy horses to the night crowd.
Yep.
While you do that,
a streetwise check to find the most seediest. Like find the place that would be the best to sell these horses at this hour.
Yeah.
We'll get to that here in a short spell.
Obviously, get to the back.
Leslie somewhere else. Yekaterina's sister is being waterboarded.
As we cut away from the chaos that is soon to ensue in Market Square, as our favorite 2 party members coordinate how to start to coerce the night crowd to buy tour horses, do we blink back? And I think Yekaterina begins to walk in before you watch as her eyes flutter over, and you realize that she's having a momentary moment, and she does say, very briefly, like, I need just a second, as she moves over and sits on these nearby logs as you watch as, similar to how her eyes sort of constrict and contract. Do you watch as she seems to be having something of a blinking episode? While the 3 of you, I will say, are left to investigate the stockyard proper. Is there anything Kane, Victor, or Leshy are doing as a sort of preliminary preamble to the investigation?
Well, whereabouts is this cart that arrived in the past 2 days?
No, she's run away. What about you know?
I'm back.
Oh,
Hell yeah!
That scared me. That really scared me.
I just asked him whereabouts the cart is that arrived in the past 2 days.
I'm
there.
still not on the map.
Yes, you are.
I can't. No, I'm not, Jacob. You want me to show you?
That's not the real Katarina. That's a fake. So,
Can you see
hang
this
on.
one?
No. I'm gonna hang on.
It sounds like you need to restart your shit.
Look at my screen. Look at that. He's not there. Everyone's invisible.
Yeah, that's a canvas rendering error because the fact that you can see the map but you can't see it is something. Also, you
be
missed
funnier if
the
it was your
hilarious
fault.
preamble. It would be, but unfortunately, it's not.
What was the hilarious preamble?
Friend and Garrick made some toy horses, and now they're going to the 6 p.m. night crowd in Market Square to sell a bunch of adults' toy horses. That kind of suck.
That sounds like kink. Sounds like you're selling sex toys.
they're little miniature figures. They're not like big toy horses. Also, you owe the
Joke's on you.
we owe the innkeepers a piece of gold. So
Joke's on you,
they're
friend.
gonna have to pay for that. Thank
He doesn't
you.
know what sex is, so he
We started a
literally
tab
cannot
on.
do that.
Yeah, we started a tab on wooden pieces. You might have to pay for that later.
wait, this character.
Here's one. Cannibal Khan. He's got his own big inside. The our boy that comes around him and tiny. Make sure it's the beastie's fate. Told him not to let out unless he's scared of horses.
Does it sound like Beastie's still in there? Because last time we got close, it was very territorial.
Yeah, go ahead and make me a perception check.
Okay. Oh boy.
I think you slowly press yourself against the cart as your animalistic ear sort of twitches at the fringes of it. And as you sit there waiting to detect something, I think the entire cart shifts heavily to one side as something, what feels big from the inside, bashes its heft against the inside of the cart.
Oh shit.
Is there any scent of blood or?
With a 12, there doesn't seem to be any abnormal scents that sort of linger out. It just you just watch as this thing, nearly the entirety of the wagon nearly crashes over to one side.
Are there any small access points in a sense? I have an idea.
You look around. Make me an investigation check, Kane.
Let me get my silly little sheet up. Investigation, normal. Wee.
You look back and around, and this thing is relatively well locked down. There's not like a chimney pipe or anything, as it looks like to be more of a store wagon than a wagon that you're supposed to live in. You give it a thorough over. There's not really any. There's like, what I'll say that like the closest thing to is like a window panel that is like closed and shut from the inside. Like it seems like you need to be inside in order to open it. But there's like, of course, there's like cracks in the wood and everything like that, but none of them large enough for like something to sort of get into.
Not even like a lock of hair. Is that too thick?
A lock of hair? No. I wouldn't say that a lock of hair is too thick.
Okay, because I was thinking I could use eerie token because I was
So
reading
you're gonna do
through
the cool thing.
Yeah, I was reading through it, and even if you use your hair for it, it says during the trance you can see, and hear from the token as if you were located where it was.
Yeah, that's horrifying.
You
Yeah,
also
you want to
pull out one of your teeth for that if you want.
Yeah, get
Yeah, I
weird
can
with it.
pull
What
out a
the fuck are
tooth,
you
a
gonna do?
nail, or a hair. I think
I
Kane is
love
going
that fucking
to...
race, dude.
Yeah, Kane is going to sacrifice some hair. He doesn't want to sacrifice his teeth.
It's implied that you can always like put it back in, horrifyingly.
I'm not sure how I'll retrieve a tooth.
Oh
from a
right, of course,
beast.
of course.
I think hair is easier to part with. So, I think without really saying anything, he's going to just pluck out a lock of hair and just try. He's just going to shove it into the caravan through one of these cracks, and he's going to then look to Yekaterina and go, "I have an idea. If this goes right, I can see what's inside." And after saying
Okay.
that, he's going to go over here, just sort of in between the two in case someone goes wrong, and I'm gonna drop this in chat, just do create token. Yes, consume use, so the thing is there. And I am going to go into a trance to see what is inside the caravan.
Okay. You press forward a small lock of your hair into one of these very thin cracks in the wood. And as you do, and you take some steps back, I want you to roll me a raw d20 luck roll, just to see the fortuitousness of where it will end up.
Let's go. Should I add my
There's no
exhaustion
modifier,
thing?
just raw luck, and you're no longer exhausted. That was only for the duration of the battle.
Okay.
Okay. You drop the lock of hair in between the locks, and unbeknownst to anyone else, this strand of hair lands errantly within the confines of this vehicle. And not that anyone can see it, but there is a moment where this strand of hair begins to wriggle and writhe like the movements of a worm. And it sits there sort of undulating before something begins to amass at the center, at the sort of focal point of its mass, and slowly, like some sort of regurgitating tube, does this lock of hair produce forward an eye. And as you go to trance, I need you to make me a perception check.
I shall do so.
Can I give guidance even though I'm not touching the hair eye?
Yeah, technically, because he's like warging through it, so go ahead and add a d4 to this.
You go, buddy.
Yippee! That was perception, right?
Yes.
Okay, do that, and then let me add a plus d4, thank you. Oh wait, I forgot I have to just add it as a d4. There we go. Normal rugby. Damn it.
Oh,
Do we have any inspiration in the pool?
you guys are so tapped from last session.
I know we used so much already.
Everything. Today's the same day. Nobody has
I
reconstituted
know.
themselves. Okay.
I know.
Just to be
I'm
clear, you
aware.
guys need to rest if you want to be fighting with a
I
loaded deck.
Fear this happened on the same day that my sister is missing, so I will not be doing that. But thank you for the advice, DM.
I will say, as soon as you start to trance, you realize that the direction that the hair has ended up in is directly behind something. You're not sure up. You like the eye sort of looks up and down, and you're like, "Fuck! I'm looking at a bottle." And as you try to like roll the eye in the strands of hair to see if it can like bop down or move out. I will say the one concession I can give you from the ingenuity and the cleverness of this bit is as you are trying to sort of like see what's going on in here, this seems pertinent now. But you can see and hear as if you occupied this token space. Beasts this big typically have some sort of idle like sounds that they make, like subtle shufflings of their bodies. Felids have these sort of tectonic purrs in their giant throats and gullets. I'll say with a natural one, you don't hear any of that. Like there's seemingly like an absence is the best way you can sort of describe it from the inside of this card.
I think I don't imagine there's much else I can do with this silly little eye hair. Yeah, cool. I'm going to exit the trance then, so I can report my findings. Unfortunately, my token ended up in a very bad place. I couldn't tell much from that, but at the very least, I'm not sure there's a human in there. At least with the earlier movements, I'm not sure how strong your sister is, but I'm not entirely sure whatever is in there is human.
Okay. I mean, we kind of could have assumed that. It was a good try. Next time we need to see something spooky, you can cut off a piece of hair and try again. Ba-da-bum-bum-bum.
Can we check these
Thank you.
under storage thingies?
Yeah. You begin to sort of move through, and Gunther just sort of clears his throat a little bit, and you give him the assurance as you just like he's watching you like a hawk just to make sure you guys don't pocket anything. But you open the sort of chest on the side that isn't locked, and there's a bunch of inane, innocuous, mundane effects that bottom of this trunk. There's nothing that is indicative that it belongs to Arabelle. There's nothing indicative that like there's not a corpse and a body, there's not any belongings. It seems like spare traveler's clothes of varying sorts and effects. Go ahead and make me an investigation check.
Take a guidance.
That's 1d4. Guessing.
With a 15, you see that Octavio, when he's not, dressed so ostentatiously, kind of has a small wardrobe of much sort of like muted, mundane colors, very sort of like gentlemanly tunics and things of the sort, like very sort of business proper. You realize that he's maybe not this loud persona all of the time as you sort of rifle through his clothes. But nothing sticks out.
Nothing muddy or torn.
You look through, and with the 15, I think you find some like gently torn articles. Nothing that is like like as you look through, I think you find like a shirt that has a small tear in like one of the sleeves and everything like that. Make me a nature check to see if you can ascertain what might have made these tears.
Okay. I should be good at this.
And you are, with a fucking 27, baby. You look over and you realize that none of them know very keenly how a claw rips into fabric and how it sort of looks when when something strong pulls against the heft of a woven textile. And these look nothing like that. If he is a beastmaster, which he's kind of like ambling up to be, the damages of his clothing are not indicative of that.
Well, there's no signs that he is engaging with the beast directly.
Again, as you linger, there is a hefty sort of rocking thud against the side once again.
I don't think that thing likes being in there. Not that that's anything we can do about it. Can you talk to it? Do you still have that ability today?
Do you have a staff?
I look to Gunther.
Hmm?
Do you have a staff we could borrow or buy, possibly?
Not for the cheap.
How much?
Not for cheap. It's a piece of wood.
Fine. Got a bit of piece of wood. I need some. It'll run you. An electrum.
Why? An electrum. Okay, how much? Hey,
That's 5 silver.
I always forget how. Oh, that's fine. Yeah. Psh. There you go. Fucking pay that shit so quickly.
Yeah, he tosses. He walks into this nearby building. He says, "Fine crafted stick." You watch as he goes in here. Truly finds the first stick that is like laying around in here, and it's clearly like some broken cart spoke. As he sort of moves out
Well,
closer to the door and
before
says,
he hit, before we take it, does that look like it'll work for our purposes?
Surprisingly, as the rules of a quarterstaff, I think he tries to like get one under with you because this wouldn't work as a quarterstaff, more like a club. And as you like start to like push him because he tries to cheap out on you, he's fine. He goes back in and he pulls out what is like a spear, like a polearm, except he unscrews the sort of fastening at the top to keep the sharp bladed bit.
It's
Yeah.
End
fucking
of ugly.
incredible. We can
That's very well.
go get some things to decorate it if you want.
It's okay. Garrick is making me a better one.
All right.
I'm sure he's not making horses or anything. That would be crazy.
He's probably very focused on his current task.
Yes, he's surely in a hurry to get back here.
Okay. As you present to the back.
I blame friend.
I don't remember. Do I have free casts of Speak with Animals?
Let's
Any-
It's
as
a
a
ritual,
lesson?
is it not?
It's one of my lesson spells. I just
Let's
have
see.
to double check.
You
It could be a ritual,
have,
but that would be more time.
you have natural resilience, which lets you do that. You got let me quickly look at the Leshy race that we made for you.
Equal to your proficiency bonus.
Yes, your primal magic gives you
Yeah.
the Druidcraft cantrip, speak with animals, and you can cast it proficiency bonus times per day.
That's right, and I've done it once before because I spoke to the birds, so I will do that the second time. Which so I won't have any uses of that left.
Okay. You sit there, and as you there's this sort of verdant sort of surge that courses through. You can speak and comprehend to any beast. It crashes out. What the fuck is that?
You good, Betty?
You alive?
There's what the fuck was that?
Hey, you're just about to get attacked.
Somebody else. Sorry. Someone outside of my window was fucking spraying shit on like a scooter, and it was very loud and weird. Okay, sorry. Don't know what the
Yeah.
fuck that was about. That was loud and abrupt. Fuck. Sorry. Completely ruined my groove. A verdant surge courses through this mundane stick that you just had. You Katarina, you know you were just kind of overcharged for that, but it's silver, so you're not too upset about it. But as it sort of tethers out, you don't hear anything so immediately. It's not currently rocking, but as you form that tether, Leshy, what do you say?
He would knock on the door just to see if it says anything.
You knock on the door, and again, nearly the entire front side of the wagon lurches at you as something rams itself forward. You watch as Gunther takes a step back in nervous sort of fear. But oddly enough, you do not hear any bestial speak. You don't hear a growl. You don't hear any primal tongue on the other side.
Hello?
Another lurch. The wagon wheels almost roll from their locked position towards you a couple inches.
If you are gagged or otherwise incapable of speaking, please knock on the door 2 times.
There's no reply.
It doesn't even slam into the thing?
Not seemingly.
Did you hear me?
There's another nestling rock that gently stirs the inside of the cart for a moment as you begin to peel back from it.
Well, it's
I'll
not-
say, Kane, if you're still into this, the inside of this wagon is deathly silent. You don't hear a weight from your token that is shifting from the inside. Even with your natural 1, in terms of what you can see and hear, there there's not even a check associated. There doesn't seem, from your understanding, to be anything that's moving this. Nothing tangible.
I think Kane takes that to mind and just sort of turns to Leshy. It doesn't seem to be moving at all. Not anymore, at least.
Did you fucking kill it?
I just stuck a hair in it. I don't think a hair can kill it. If a hair can kill it, then I think it had something else wrong with it.
Is that what you meant with your description, Hades? Or was it more so that
No, it's still moving,
something's-
after the fact. They're still shuffling. I'm trying to say this sort of glibly. There is no detectable presence, be it by weight or sound from the inside. The only thing evident of it are these massive rockings of the cart.
Oh.
So the cart is moving, but it doesn't seem that there's a thing inside that's moving the cart.
Is there anywhere I can fucking just look in the cart? Are there any slats or anything?
They're all closed up, and from the insides, there are certainly panels to get inside. The ones in the back are firmly locked by lock and chain, and you can see all the scratch marks to the backs with the very clear "keep out" sign.
Does
I have
the
2
cart-
options here. Or go ahead.
No, it's okay. You go.
Go for it, Victor.
Got into one of your heads. I would
I'm
like
going-
Victor to go
I'm
because he
going-
hasn't
Well,
done
that's what
anything
that's what I'm saying.
I was gonna ask if the roaring of the... I don't know if we mean the cart roar last time, but if I try to get near it, just to kind of edge a roar out of it, does it sound like it's looping, like it's a recording?
So as you sort of sit there and pontificate that, really mulling it about yourselves as you sort of get close and begin to examine it. It didn't roar the last time you were about the stockyard, and as you sit there like fucking with the side of the cart and you feel it lurch again, you sort of quickly follow up, sort of like dissuaded by the intimidation of like something trying to lurch to break out and kill you, and you put your ear to it, and it is silence.
Is there a visible door?
In the back, yes. There in the back end of the cart is the hatch to enter, and it is chained and padlocked shut.
Yeah, don't open that.
I gotta tell you, I'm thinking about it. Is it locked with chains to the point that even if I hold the door open, the chains won't allow any, or could I hold it open and get like a peek inside?
The handle to the hatch and the intersection of the chains are all fed through the same padlock hatch. So the only way to get any bearing at all through the door is through the padlock. Rictavio seems to be a very private person, or he does not want this thing to get out.
Oh, thank you.
No worries.
Unless anyone stops me, Victor says, pulling out the thieves' tools.
That's
Okay,
not.
okay.
I kind of have to
I
agree
want to
with
try
Leshy
one
here
more thing
before we go.
before we
opening
get
what
crazy.
could possibly
Okay.
have a tiger in there.
Okay. I will let you guys
But
do
I-
your things. I will go do something else.
No, you stay.
Wait a second.
Would message work if I... Oh, I did not mean to target you. If I point my finger at this, or do I need to know what the creature inside is to message
Point
it?
toward a creature within range. They cast this spell through if you're you can cast this spell through solid objects if you are familiar with the target and you know it beyond the barrier. So because you don't know who / what / like the whatever is in here, it does not tether to anyone unless you have someone you intimately know in mind.
I would like to try to come over to the side here, and I want to use my dagger to kind of pry open one of the slats of wood, just to peek inside.
I will say to that means though, because that's a brilliant idea. One moment.
I'm distracting him. That's my bad. You can yell at
No,
me.
you're good. You're good. You haven't done hardly anything this session. You can interrupt whenever you want. I will say with Leshy's sort of expression of that as you are trying to figure out, you sort of press the staff forward and are like beginning the incantation for the message cantrip. Katerina, if you're sort of looking for it that way, you could try that.
Okay.
Because the second you sort of pull out a dagger and start like scratching it against the side, you hear Gunther going, I know that.
Well,
Wait,
that's why
wait,
I'm.
damn it."
That's why I'm
Yeah,
back
yeah, yeah.
here where he can't see me.
He's keeping it. He's not like, I'm not playing with the doll super much, but he is like watching you guys, and he's trying to like corral you like a border collie to sheep.
I'm not going to fucking break it or anything. I'll put it right back, and if it breaks, I have someone who can come in and fix it. Okay?
You gonna buy his deposit?
Sure.
Victor, you give a very thorough examination of your own belongings and effects. And as you rifle through them, you are secured, confident, and affirmed by the knowledge that it does not seem that any of your belongings have been tampered with.
Not convinced.
I don't believe you.
I don't believe it. It's that toy maker.
That bastard. Ekaterina, you produce a dagger, and Gunther looks very disapprovingly as he hovers over you, and you start to sort of wind the dagger into the slot a little bit, and you can't bore too much of a hole. This is like you're trying to pry open a sturdy vehicle panel with a knife, which is famously hard. But I'll say two things. Number one, make me just raw strength to see if you're how much.
I make an argument. I know carriages. I know how they're built. I know where nails and stuff are going to be, and screws and everything are going to be keeping things in place. With that in mind, can I use sleight of hand?
I have a small
if I'm
question
being...
towards you,
What's up?
Peach.
Mhm.
You want my crowbar?
My concern with that is I don't want to fully take this thing off. I'm trying to do it in a way. We'll see.
That's okay.
Okay.
We will see.
I'm gonna say it can't be sleight of hand because that's slightly outside of the parameters. I'll say you can use dexterity if you're considering the law of a fulcrum, and you can do proficiency because of your vehicular familiarity of wagons.
Can I give advantage because I know wood?
You're really pushing the edge of it, but
You're so fucking funny, actually.
I'll allow it. But I want it to be known that I'll allow it begrudgingly.
Okay, I'm just, for the sake of keeping the proficiency in Dex, I'm just gonna do it with sleight of hand because that's
Okay, I wasn't sure if you had like expertise that you were trying to like.
I don't.
Wind or
No,
something.
no, I don't. My expertise.
Then sure,
is
sleight of hand.
persuasion.
Sleight of hand. Okay.
14.
Well, 14 allows
I'm gonna
this.
guide myself. Actually, I'm fucking stupid. Let me get that real quick. Yeah.
Sure.
16.
Okay.
Not 16. More.
17. There you go.
17. Thank you. Math.
What you rolled on this check decides the DC of the subsequent one, as you are able to get your blade beneath one of the nail corners just enough to create what is a small little sort of slit to the inside. And again, as soon as you do, the entire wagon, like something crashes against the inside cart, moves toward you. You get like hit in the face as you're like so close to the inside that this thing just like moves closer to you. I need you to make me a strength saving throw.
Yes, sir, Papa.
Oh.
I have a panic attack. I have an anxiety attack.
Well, before you have that, what actually happens to you is you're going to take a little damage.
That's fine. I just got healed.
Thank goodness, because you take only 5 points of bludgeoning damage as you are slammed against the wall behind you. You start to have an episode, and you also accrue a bludgeoning injury because you rolled a natural 1.
Also, I don't get an episode because I haven't short rested yet. Thank God.
Oh no! Well, you broke your nose as this thing, as the side of the wagon crashes into your face. Your fucking nose goes crooked.
Oh shit!
Fucking bleeding every. Oh my fucking God! Okay, real quick. Did I happen to fucking see anything in that brief interim? Please.
The crack is still open. You can still peek inside if you want.
Okay, yeah. I think holding my fucking nose is like blood is pouring out. I'm gonna get up and look inside.
I'm going to say, go ahead. Normally, you would have disadvantage because it is dark inside. I'm going to give you a situational advantage, and I won't tell you why. Okay. But go ahead and make me a perception check, flat.
Can I get
my fucking nose?
Oh, never mind.
The duality of man.
A broken nose was the cost of this. As you peer your eyes inside, and it is dark and it is black, and you are sort of verbally belly aching at your fucking nose as you sort of like you loudly were bemoaning your injuries. You're holding absolute fucking blood gusher down your face, but you're kind of pushing through the immediate pain. I don't think you even know that your nose is broken yet. I think you just know that it's got hurt because you're so driven by knowing what's inside. And as you press your eye to the peephole, even despite it being sourceless and lightless, you glance inside and see that there is nothing. You expect there to be some large presence that is pushing this cart around, and you see that it is empty. But I think with a natural 20, I'm going to resolve this in the best way that I can, is that as you put your eye, despite that you can't see anything, in this lightless, empty, hollow cart, you do hear from some dark, small corner, tucked, scared in this vehicle, you hear the littlest voice call out to you. Hey, Katerina?
Annabelle, get the fucking door open!
Yeah.
Fucking. Fuck Gunther. I'm getting this open. I'm thieves tooling my way in.
One moment.
Yeah.
Whatever beast is in there, we don't want to let
There's
it know.
there is no beast in there. There's nothing. It's enchantment
Okay,
magic.
but whatever
I
is
don't know.
causing the cart to shake, we don't want it to know
I think it's
that
the
your
cart.
sister is in there. So give us one moment.
I have a silly idea. Can Kane try distracting Gunther while we do this?
You watch as she loudly yells that her little sister is in there. Gunther's whole like hyper defensiveness immediately drops a little bit. Is now he thinks that he's like stowing a human trafficking victim. Like,
Okay,
he's
I
like-
just want to make sure he
he
doesn't
no longer
interfere.
feels like he's on the defense. He looks very
I thought I would have
concerned.
to reassure him.
Gunther no longer cares. It looks like I don't know anything about he's for you. As he fully like fucks off, like takes a step back, like as you were.
I
Yeah.
don't have a stick.
Oh, that's right. I gotta add one to your inventory. No, I'll say that it is. Because it is not a test of skill, it is a test of time, and you guys kind of don't have a limitation of it. The rattling kind of stops as you begin to sort of fidget with the lock, and through magic abrasion, sort of like Victor pulls up with his crowbar and begins to like pop off the chains in the side. Leshy with a shillelagh fully just like cracks at the hinges, holding the other sides of the chains. Sort of allowing enough levity for the padlock so that you sort of easily go through, finally with a little maneuverability, pull it through and back and easily pick the lock. And as the latch comes undone, the door flings open, and there you see, clutching preciously onto a small stuffed Blinsky's toy, you see Arabelle with her knees clutched to her chest, looks at you, and at first there's a bit of horrification, and as soon as she sees you, you watch as her face kind of goes through three phases. At first, as it's breached open to you, it's like nervous trepidation, curiosity. She sees you, it is elation, it is mirth, it is jubilee, it is truly the peak of sisterly excitement, one that literally provokes a little scream out of her, like, my sister, and then she sees the absolute gore rush down your face from your crooked nose, and you watch as she kind of gets this kind of ew kind of expression on your face. But she does, regardless of the blood pouring down your chest here, does she lurch out and jump at you in a hug.
Yeah. I think she just holds her for a long time, and getting blood like all over her face and hair, unfortunately. She's just like cradling her head and kissing it. Stop it, shut up. I thought you were... Okay, hang on. And I'm gonna pull out my sending stone that my dad gave me. And pull it up and put it to my lips and go, I have her, I found her.
You say it, you burn its one charge,
that's
and
all I got.
you hear your dad being like, oh, thank the fates! Where are you? Why didn't you send that in the message? Why didn't you put... Because it cuts off at the latter end of it.
Ah, shit, fuck.
as Arabelle holds you very tightly, very closely. She looks completely unharmed, unmolested, not a thing out of place as she sort of looks up to you. And and she sort of looks at the thing on your face and the blood streaming down it, and she just goes, "Oh, I'm sorry."
What do you mean you're sorry? Did you... The cart did that. Or did you do that? What?
Y- yes and no.
You broke my nose?
No, I didn't. He did, and she sort of like looks up and behind you all. You all look to where she's looking, and there's nothing there. You know that your sister has always had weird gifts.
I get down very, very close to her.
He's okay. He's good. I promise you, he's good.
Are you talking about an invisible beast that we cannot see and that we have just released?
He wasn't trapped inside. He moves through things, and he's not a beast. He's a boy.
Oh. Okay. All right. Do you want to maybe hang 1 second? Your turn. I crack my fucking nose back into place. Turn back.
It was exactly the case. You fix your shit. You all watch as
Thickening crack.
Arabella's eyes drift downward, and you guys sort of follow her head, and you watch as in the dirt, grooves start to dig their way through the soil, and you see the word "sorry" spell out letter by letter. Gunther looks at that and says, "I'm sorry, I don't have the stomach for this. I'm not going to be a part of this. Whatever you guys do, I mean, just make sure that you log up when you're done." And he
Okay,
leaves.
all right, you go.
Do
I'm
not
not gonna be
tell the fucker that we have found your
The
sister in
fucker.
his car.
I have no interest in anything that's going on in here. I'm going to go inside. I'm going to leave myself some beef soup, and I'm going to pretend that none of this ever happened, eh?
In the far distance, you hear Garrick go, "What?"
He's gonna go inside and have some beet soup and not be a part of this.
I'm happy that you guys
God.
do catch on to some of these pieces. I'm happy with this bit, actually.
I'm learning. I look down at the writing there and she goes, "Okay, so he's a boy, a ghost, a spirit, what?"
Some sort of spirit, yes.
Alright, and he has been sitting here with you?
He wasn't at first, but he seems to follow me and the man around. I'm
Man.
not supposed to tell anyone what's going on, but you're my sister, and so he can eat me. But he's a good man. He saved me.
The elf.
You watch as she's like, yes, the elf.
Arabelle.
He calls himself Rictavio, but he's not Rictavio.
Okay.
He
changes his face. Right? Alright, okay. Fuck. Tell me what happened. Exactly.
I don't know how it all fell together, but I told Alexei that I wanted to go on a walk, and Papa was upset and arranging for search parties and didn't want me to be around him when he was looking for you. You know how he gets when Papa's. So we went off, and Jan had showed up, and Jan was acting weird. And I don't know why or what, but they knocked out Alexei, and then this pale blonde man came almost out of nowhere. I don't know, and Jan grabbed me and was going to sell me to him. The blonde man had a big, heavy coin
What?
purse. He was selling me, and in the middle of this, the man you know as Rictavio showed up and saw this and loudly exclaimed after them. And I think they were expecting this. You know him as an elf. He's a human man, and he's quite in his years. He immediately came to my defense. He killed Jan, and while the other one tried to latch onto him, he held up these symbols, this lancelet of icons of many gods, and the pale blonde man ran away. He was turned by whatever these symbols were, these charms. And he looked at me and he asked me gentle questions. Who I was, what I knew what was going on. And he quickly discerned that it seems like the wrong people wanted me. And he said that we needed to lie low for a time. We crossed the river and he kept me in a tower for just a day while he figured out a scheme. We painted his cart to make it look like a carnival wagon. And then I met the boy, who seems to follow the old man pretty closely. I think they're related. I don't quite... I'm not able to hear him, so it makes communication difficult. He has a very thin strand on this world. But regardless, he smuggled me in here, and the boy pretends to be a big beast inside to scare off people who would look too closely into Rictavio's business and drive off any robbers. And they didn't even
Okay.
bother checking the cart.
But okay. I think she just squeezes her tighter for a moment. Why didn't he just take you back home to Papa?
Because if there was a conspiracy to sell me, he wasn't sure I'd be safe. He wanted to make sure that he could figure out what was going on.
Okay.
And I don't know if I entirely agree with it, but he was nervous, especially because he did not want to reveal who he was if there are agents of the Count. And she sort of whispers that a little quietly to you in our encampment, and she looks at you with like a crooked head, like kind of in this sort of... She's too smart for her age has been one problem that you've always kind of realized. Like there's an old wisdom in this little girl. Has always been something uncanny about her, and she says, let's not pretend that we do not have those who would do anything to vie for the Count's favor.
I know. She sort of brushes some of her hair back. I know.
Has she ever seen the Count before?
Has she ever met Strahd? I don't think so.
Never personally, only in my dreams.
And we're not thinking it was the Count that he met with, are we?
The Count is not blonde.
No.
Leshy, go ahead and make me a history check, and I'm going to give you advantage this time.
Oh. Oh no.
Not a super high DC, but let's see it. 12. You remember back, Yekaterina is the only member in your party, I believe, and Victor, that don't have dark vision. Once upon a time, you all were at a crossroads when you first met the Count. The Count had a single other person in his carriage that never came out. It was a pale-haired vampire in beautiful, tightly dressed garb who never even bothered leaving the carriage.
Oh.
As you sit there trying to put the pieces together, Arabelle is sort of talking over the obvious points and says, no, they were very different. He was much younger, much prettier. He kept himself plump. Octavio also gave me this toy. And she sort
That's
of
very
holds
nice
it
of
up very proudly.
is pleasant. What is his actual name, Arabelle?
He told me to call him Rudy.
Okay. So this man who took you is driven away by holy symbols, turns into a creature of the night. That's...
What?
Oh,
She wasn't.
you didn't see that. Okay, no, when he ran off, according to the lady in the lake, this very complicated. Point is,
You
he
met La
turned
Dama Levina?
Yeah, it was. We thought she was throwing you in a bag to the. Doesn't matter. Can do plenty of stories over the fireside another time. The point is, whoever was trying to take you, it sounds like to me, anyways, was a vampire, which concerns me. I don't see why Jon would do something like that, but you said he was acting strangely, more so than just being drunk.
He wasn't drunk. He made Alexi drunk.
But he didn't drink.
You get the telepathic correspondence. And he goes, no, he didn't drink. He made Alexi drink.
Sounds like Jon had someone else in his mind that day. But these are not concerns for you. And I'm gonna pick her up and put her on my hip. We're going to go talk to your friend, Mr. Rudy, and then I'm going to take you back home.
Okay. He really is a nice man, I promise you.
I will try to be nice to him.
He even sold his favorite monkey to the toy maker. Just so he could afford room and board.
It was his monkey?
Mm-hmm. He did it so we could buy room and board, and he bought me a toy so I would not be so scared. I wasn't scared, but he thought I was scared.
She kind of looks at everyone, remembering the Ronnie's reading before. Alright, come on.
Could I perceive if this is like childlike innocence, or if this is actually like
Yeah, go ahead and roll me
she
an insight
knows he's a
check.
good guy?
Roll me an insight check. There is something with the 22. You're an old soul, Leshy. You're a spirit primordial. You have a very intelligent understanding of the human condition, and how it behaves in its nascency, in its juvenility, in its upbringing, and the various sort of stages of maturity that you would expect. This is a 9-year-old acting like she's 30. There is something oddly confident about her that pushes beyond what you understand the breadth of, and that's so high. And you've made roles relevant to the Vistani before. Even in your nascency as a primal spirit, have the Vistani existed, and you are aware that many a women in this culture can sometimes be born with something that they just refer to as the gift. The gift manifests in everyone has it different. No two Vistani seers are exactly like one another. They all have their own idiosyncrasies as it pertains to this divine insight they are granted. Yekaterina's manifests very oddly several times over. You ascertain by her episodes and by her abilities of foresight. This child looks like she sees pretty far backwards in terms of her talents, and that she is very potent as someone with a gift, even for being, again, a 9-year-old.
Yeah.
Are we ready
Right.
to go?
Yes, let's go. Come on.
Hello,
Okay.
friends.
Here.
She sort of looks at each
sorry,
one of you.
Fuck. I mean, shoot. Don't. Anyways.
I
this
know,
is Kane.
fuck you, Katerina.
You can't say. Don't stop. I put my hand over her mouth as I'm introducing her. This is Kane.
Okay.
This is Leshy.
Leshy.
And this is Victor, and he normally has a little ghostly cat named Wisp, but Wisp is not here right now. Everyone, this is my little sister Arabelle, and I take my hand off her mouth.
What are you? Sort of looking up at Leshy.
A friend.
That is good enough for me.
Kane is going to give a little wave to Arabella. Well, Arabella.
She looks at you, Kane, with a very friendly smile, and she says, I recognize you.
Huh? You do?
Yes, this is Casimir's nephew.
That's not how I know him. I don't know how I know him.
Huh?
You all are going to have to get really used to her saying stuff like that. I just want to, right off the bat.
She
I
hits
have
your
to
shoulder.
take notes.
Don't be mean to me. I'm a victim.
Kiss, 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 kiss. Okay.
One final question. Would your friend, the spirit, mind if I cast a harmless spell?
I think
to
he was just
deceive
doing
them?
it. Oh, to proceed. She sort of shrugs, like, I don't imagine. she sort of looks up and she sort of dryly blinks up in the air like 10-ish feet, and she looks back at you and shrugs and says, seems like he only acts in kind of defense. I don't think he would take offense. Would you take offense to be perceived? He doesn't care.
Okay, please do not avoid this.
Unsettling thing to say. You you miss. Oh wait, no, you didn't. You just barely caught him.
No idea how to place a template, so it just
Oh,
like,
okay.
I was trying to put it here, and then it was just like, nope.
Yeah.
Hello.
You get this weird small manifestation of an outline of what looks to be the shape of a youngish man, something in his early to mid-teens. Looks down at the fairy fire that manifests over him and clutches so preciously onto his physicality, looks up at you and just gives you a wave.
Wave back. Did we want to ask this man any questions?
I guess, thank you for watching after my sister.
He bows in reply.
Oh,
Very gentlemanly.
it's polite. Okay. Dude, she kind of looks at you, Leshy. It's like, I don't know.
How did you come into Rectavio's service?
He puts up a finger, puts it down, goes to draw on the dirt, and just spells out the word "Dad."
Oh. Sorry.
Oh. I'm sorry.
He shrugs like, eh.
It is what it is.
Would you like, if we get your dad, would you like me to cast the spell again so he can see you?
You watch as he laughs like it should make sound, but nothing happens. And he just holds up and gives a very polite shake of the head no.
Okay.
But he knows that you're here with him. He's aware of your presence.
You see him like give a non-committal nod, like in like his body language says more or less.
Okay.
I think at that point the spell would end because it only lasts a minute.
Yeah, only lasts a minute. Yeah, at this point, literally as you said that, his condition expired.
Oh shit! What the fuck is your name?
You can still talk to him. He's
No,
not
I
gone.
know. I'm aware of that. I think it's just kind of like this. We had posed it as we only have this time to ask questions.
Yeah.
I know that meta. I'm being silly.
You shout out, "What's your name?" And you're just like, "Damn!" And like you watch as Arabelle's head slowly turns to look at you, and you see in the soil a third final time the name Erasmus. Erasmus.
Erasmus. Okay. Ah. So it's good to have more allies in the city.
Thank you for watching over her sister.
There's a pat on your back sensation that you feel, Leshy.
Oh,
Okay, come on, Shay, before you make any more weird friends. That is a joke. I'm joking. I'm telling.
I was about to say you should be thankful. Number one, how dare you? Number two, you should be thankful that I'm making friends at all. Nobody in the camp wants to be my friend.
Everyone in the camp wants to be your friend.
They want to be my friend because our dad is the. She starts to get into like an argument of
We have,
literal
like, this
camp
bickering
politics.
back and forth. I'm just saying that you can be a little unnerving sometimes.
I'm a sweet treat. I'm an absolute delight to be around.
Slay.
We cut away to the middle of Market Square of Valaki.
Oh my
We can
God.
now return to the important plot.
To the good. Now onwards to the good storytelling after whatever that was.
Whatever the
Now
fuck
that you know-
happened over there.
Yeah, now that your little B plot is finished.
Yeah, the most
Now
important.
that the B plot's finished, it's time for the A plot.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
is what we've all been waiting for all week. Jarek and friends selling more toys. in a marketplace.
Yeah. Hey, I hope you know written at the top of my notebook is wooden horse, and then below that a list of all the blonde people we've met.
The two of you make your way to Market Square with a handful of toys in hand, and you see that nightlife is not like it's still early enough in the evening that there's like a lot of people out here that are enjoying company. You can see that there's a couple people up on the fucking stockades wearing like paper mache donkey masks as like a form of humiliation ritual for their penance. You can see that there are vendors who are like wrapping up stock and everything like that, and people like there's no kids out at this hour, so there's like a bunch of people passing by and just looking at you guys as you are like getting ready to do whatever the fuck you're about to do, which I give the microphone to you. What are you doing?
Yeah, I'm all. Well, just friend.
It's a very good question.
Do you? Let's see what you can do, I guess. And he's gonna like, with the remaining amount of wood, he's gonna make a tiny table, like just enough to set all the horses on top of.
Okay,
And
sure.
And so he's gonna set it up. He's gonna sit down on the ground, and he's gonna, in a sense, position friend so he can sell. He's the front of the store. Carrick is going to rest
Yes,
while
friend who
friend goes.
definitely extremely well understands the value of money,
Yeah.
and definitely knows how much a wooden horse would cost. Actually, yeah, could I do just another intelligence check to see how expensive I think these horses would be?
Yeah.
To sell. Incredible. As we all know, intelligence, my strong suit.
You is gonna kill me. She doesn't even know what we're doing.
Okay, that's not too bad.
So if cost of material, based on like, I think you get it mostly from in your mind as you're sort of like playing through. You're just like, okay, it can't be worth as much as a real horse, but like Blinsky's were only a silver, and you guys paid a gold in order. So like you have a moment where you achieve financial consciousness, and you're just like, we have to do better than break even. It's kind of up to you. You know, it's if you want to sell this at a sane thing that someone would buy it at, you have to be like, they gotta be around a gold. And that's if you're being like conservative.
Incredible. Yes.
You
And they are, of course, at the quality of a gold piece, as we all know.
As we all know. Yeah, you're not taking into account the quality of it. You're taking into account
No.
your investment into that.
Yes, yes. Okay, incredible. And trying to think, how do I do this? I could, to be fair, the only other person I've seen that was collecting money just went around asking people for money.
You didn't see him do it. You heard that it was his job description, but yeah.
Oh, that's true. That's true. I think that's all he did. So I guess I will pick up the little table of horses and walk around and just ask people to buy them. To give me money.
Oh god, he's
I want you.
God.
I want you to roll me intimidation or persuasion. If you roll intimidation, you will have different repercussions for
I'm gonna get
failure
shot.
than if you fail with persuasion.
Oh, I mean, would I be scary? Yeah, you know what? I think for intimidation, but not because I think Friend is purposely trying to be scary. My friend is an 8'5", 7.5 foot tall, weird monster thing that also currently, even though I've been fixed up, still falling apart. And like extra scary.
Okay.
So I'll do intimidation. Yeah, what could possibly go wrong?
Oh god, he's scaring the locals.
Yeah.
So I want to tell you this now. You want, obviously, the highest thing that you can get out of it. And a 17 is not bad. With a 17, you walk up to a small outdoor table of what looks to be like a small outdoor tavern, not like an inn, so there's no like room and board, but just like a place where they're like a restaurant, effectively. As these two people are sitting there just sort of eating, you walk up to them and you yell, "Buy!" as you sort of hold out your hand with a small wooden horse in it.
Yes. Taxes, please.
Both of them immediately start crying.
Oh no! Oh god! Garrett,
You watch as one of them fishes through and hands 5 gold into your hand, and
Incredible.
terrifyingly takes the horse from your hand.
Oh my god!
Incredible. I smile and then turn away.
Garrett is like halfway, like he gets up thinking he's about to get like. He's about to like murder them or about to get like yelled at, and then he immediately sees the hand money. He's like, "What? That worked?"
Of course this works.
As a friend walks away, you watch as those two like leave coins on the table to like buy their meal and then run away. As other people are like coming and going, like this becomes a sort of repetitive pattern. Most people are just kind of like running off as he watches like eventually like some guards like cross the side and just like keep an eye on this situation. Also at one point you watch as Gadolf Blinsky walks up to you, Garrick, and says, what's going on?
He wanted money to buy your toy horse. And
Okay.
He wanted.
You think the best way to raise money is by trying to put Gadolf Blinsky? Is no fun, is no Blinsky out of business?
No.
You think being a competitor is good for anything that's going on
He
here?
wanted money to buy your horse by selling horses. I don't get his logic either. This is all him. I just helped make the thing. Because he really wanted to.
he grabs you by your shirt, Garrick, and pushes you up against the fountain. He says, "Now you listen here. There is one toy store. Count it, one toy store in all of Alaki, and it is mine. This is everything to me. You make a mockery of my craft."
He wanted the toys. He wanted to buy strict. Oh great! I'm being so loud. I'm breaking my mic, aren't I?
Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
understand
we didn't
anything.
get any of that.
Anyway.
I'm so sorry.
He wanted to buy your toy. This is what he wanted. I just wanted to help him. I don't want to take you out of business. He wants to sell horses to buy your horse. This is literally the where's the lot? He could have just bought the horse with the money we had. I don't understand him.
I make you a deal. I give you a rocking horse. You never sell toys ever again in the Lucky.
Dude, you better go to him and tell him you want to sell the horse. 'Cause I can't convince him to
He
stop.
drops you like a sack of potatoes and stomps over to you, friend, as he sort of looks up at you and says, "Hey, big boy,
Hi.
hello."
He's nice to him.
I don't want.
Hello.
Hello.
I cannot help but realizing you are financially fucking me.
Oh my
So?
God.
Let us make deal. You want rocking horse? I give you rocking horse in exchange for you never sell in this town again. Stay out of my territory.
Two horses.
Oh, you're playing with fire. Give me a persuasion check.
Oh God, this is going to happen.
Incredible.
I'm gonna get yelled at. I'm gonna get yelled at by so many people today. I didn't even do anything.
One horse and I throw in little doll, as little cavalier on top of little horse.
Deal.
He shakes you by the hand. Pleasure doing business with you. And he grabs all your horses and runs off.
How much money have I made? The
You
5
made
gold
6.
pieces.
You made 6 gold from intimidating.
You know what? That's 6 more than I've ever had in my entire life.
In addition to the initial 5, so you have 11 total
Oh,
from just
incredible.
strong arming commoners into overpaying for toy horses, and all the rest have been stolen by Blitzky as he scampers away.
Oh my God.
I told you, it works.
Did that when it work? We're going home.
Yes.
We're going home. We're going home. I'm tired.
People want
I'm sleepy.
horses.
We're going. I don't care, Fred. We're going home. I'm just going.
I think as you guys are like trying to leave the market square, you see a familiar face walk up to you as Vasily von Holtz says, "Good evening."
Hello.
Hello. Hi.
Heard there was a little bit of a hubbub.
Yeah. Yes, there was.
I was making money.
You make money. Congratulations.
Yes.
Now, he wraps his arm around you and starts walking you back to the inn because he sees the direction that you're going in, and says, "I'm very happy to hear that your first adventure into capitalism is going rightfully. I am going to tell you this, and I'm not going to tell a soul, but you absolutely do not have merchant's permits." Now, I'm
What
going
is
to.
that?
Oh, I have so much to teach you. And he just walks you back.
Protege.
Fred gets a subclass of tax collector. He can now.
Hey,
You know.
there's not enough supportive energy from Garrick as if my plan didn't work perfectly.
But as we get back to the Blue Water Inn and both parties begin to recongregate after this very Heisenberg-esque encounter, we're going to put a brief pin in it all and have our 15-minute
Say
break.
my
It's
name.
You know what? That's actually a perfect ending to Friends' activities.
I'm so happy for you, friend. My only
Thank you.
sad